Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. We have very good news because Congress was officially called back into session this coming week. So in today's video, I'm first going to go over how Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced late in the evening yesterday that she would call back the House from its August recess, and they are expected to vote on the next stimulus package on Saturday this coming week on a Postal Service stimulus bill. And then we're going to go over how this is absolutely great news for a second stimulus package because it is getting lawmakers back to Congress to vote on the next relief package, and it may be the last push that they needed to agree on the second stimulus package. In yesterday's interview, Mark Meadows went over specific details on what the White House would agree to pass in this Postal Service bill and how it would have to include $1,200 stimulus checks, the $600 per week unemployment, and other aspects as well. So make sure to stick around until the end of today's video so you can see exactly what Mark Meadows said has to be in this bill. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot to me if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news and money updates. Also, don't forget, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Please be sure to let me know in the comments which 2 free stocks you get when you download the Webull app. People have been telling me they got Apple, they've gotten Facebook, so let me know in the comments which 2 stocks you got when you downloaded the Webull app. In addition, you can get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app using the link down below. So Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi announced on Sunday that she would call back the House from its annual summer recess for a vote this week on legislation to block changes at the Postal Service that voting advocates warn could disenfranchise Americans casting ballots by mail during the pandemic. The announcement came after the White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows on Sunday signaled openness to provide emergency funding to help the agency and the USPS handle the surge in mail-in ballots that will be happening because of the pandemic. And as Democratic state attorneys general said that they were exploring legal action against cutbacks and changes to the Postal Service. So essentially what is going on right now, according to the Washington Post, DeJoy, who is in charge of the Postal Service, has upended the mail system months before it is expected to send out millions of ballots for the election. Because of the pandemic, tens of millions of Americans are expected to use the vote by mail system to vote in the upcoming election. And because of all the changes that DeJoy has implemented into the USPS, a lot of people are fearful that the ballots may be delayed, they may not arrive in time, and that people's votes may be recorded inaccurately. Some of the changes that DeJoy has made is that in the past week alone, he fired or reassigned several agency leaders, and he ordered the removal of hundreds of high-speed mail sorting machines, which are critical to maintain processing capacity. This is according to the Washington Post. So this caused a lot of people to be fearful of the Postal Service and think that it's not going to be able to do its job and that people will not be able to vote accurately using the vote by mail system. So this has pushed Congress and Democrats to come back to office and come back into session to vote on a bill that would prevent these changes from happening. The House is not scheduled to return for votes until September 14th, but now they are expected to consider a Postal Service bill as soon as this Saturday and vote to pass one this Saturday, according to a senior Democratic aide familiar with the plans right now. Representative Steny H of Maryland, the majority leader in the House, is expected to announce the House of Representatives' final schedule on Monday later today. Nancy Pelosi, in a letter to Democratic lawmakers, said that lives, livelihood, and the life of our American democracy are under threat from the president, and this is why I'm calling upon the House to return to session later this week. In addition to this, Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, the Senate Minority Leader, he demanded on Sunday that Senator Mitch McConnell bring senators back to Capitol Hill and take up the House measure that he said in a statement will undo the extensive damage Mr. DeJoy has done at the Postal Service. So essentially right now, what is going going on is that many voters are planning to avoid visiting the polls in person because of the pandemic. People want to avoid large and crowded spaces. And because of all of the changes that were made in the post office this past week by DeJoy, people are worried that their ballots could be delayed and that the results will be inaccurate. So because of this, Democratic lawmakers are pushing for them to vote and pass more aid for the Postal Service to ensure that the vote-by-mail system will provide accurate results and that they will ensure that all of the ballots will be sent in time. And this is great news for a second stimulus package because it is getting lawmakers back to Congress, and now they feel an urgent need to pass a bill. While they may be coming back to specifically target the USPS and Postal Service systems with more funding, it's going to allow them to pass more direct stimulus checks and other measures. Mark Meadows came out yesterday and he spoke about what specifically would be in this USPS bill and how the White House administration would be willing to pass a bill that includes funding for the Postal Service if it also includes direct stimulus measures for the people, such as the enhanced unemployment benefits, the $600 per week payments, implement a PPP extension, and send out a $1,200 stimulus check. He said that the White House would be willing to pass a bill that includes the funding for the post office as long as it includes those things. And this is great because previously the Democrats had said they would only be willing to pass a broad relief package that included money for state and local governments as well as other aspects of the bill. However, now with this urgency to pass money for the Postal Service to ensure that voting by mail will be accurate, it may be that last push that Congress needed to agree on a bill to get money out to the people. Now, Democrats had only wanted to pass a broad bill, but now because of this, they may be willing to pass a smaller bill that includes direct stimulus checks. Anyways, I'll make sure to keep you updated on what goes on here with this Postal Service bill and what they're expected to pass this coming Saturday. That is just a quick update on what is going on with the second stimulus check and second stimulus package as of Monday, August 17th, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.